What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking about something that's starting to shift the entire conversation around the future of PlayStation because analysts are now saying the PlayStation 6 release date is likely to be pushed back even further than most early forecasts suggested. And if you were expecting Sony's next console to arrive around 2027, it might be time to seriously rethink that timeline. For years, gamers have relied on the idea that Sony operates on a 6 to 7 year console cycle, with the PlayStation 3 launching in 2006, the PlayStation 4 in 2013, and the PlayStation 5 in 2020, which naturally made 2027 feel like the logical landing spot for the PlayStation 6. But the PlayStation 5 generation didn't unfold like any generation before it, and that alone is the biggest reason analysts believe the PS6 is still much farther away than people think. The PS5 launched into a perfect storm of global chip shortages, supply chain problems, manufacturing slowdowns, shipping delays, and rampant scalping. And for nearly 2 years, it was almost impossible for many players to buy one at retail price. That meant Sony lost what is normally the most powerful and important growth period of a console's life cycle, the early adoption phase when excitement is at its highest and install bases grow rapidly. Because of that, analysts argue that the PS5's real generation didn't truly begin until much later, and in Sony's eyes, the console may still be relatively early in its intended lifespan despite the calendar saying otherwise. The idea becomes even stronger when you look at how well the PS5 is performing right now. Sales remain strong, software engagement is high, and the PlayStation ecosystem is generating massive revenue through digital purchases, subscriptions, live service games, and blockbuster releases. On top of that, the PS5 Pro is no longer speculation or rumor. It officially launched in November of 2024, and its existence alone is one of the strongest indicators that Sony is committed to extending the current generation rather than replacing it anytime soon. Historically, a mid generation upgrade signals confidence in the platform, not preparation for its replacement. The PS5 Pro gives Sony fresh momentum, a new premium hardware option, and a way to push technical boundaries without ending the generation early. Analysts believe this move alone could add several more years to the PS5's overall life cycle, making a 2028 or 2029 launch window for the PlayStation 6 feel more realistic than 2027 ever was. Another major factor driving this potential delay is cost. Console development is becoming more expensive with every generation. Advanced chip design, ray tracing improvements, faster SSD technology, AI assisted features, higher performance targets, and increasingly complex manufacturing process all drive prices up. If Sony rushed the PlayStation 6 to market too soon, it would likely result in hardware that is either too expensive for consumers or underpowered compared to expectations. By waiting longer, Sony allows technology to mature, component prices to drop, and production efficiency to improve, giving them the opportunity to release a more powerful console at a price point that feels acceptable to a wide audience. Analysts see this patience as a smart financial and strategic move, not a sign of hesitation or weakness. There's also the creative side of the industry to consider. We still haven't fully seen what the PlayStation 5 is capable of. Many games today are still cross generation, built to run on both PS4 and PS5, which limits how much developers can truly push the hardware. A real generational leap happens when developers fully abandon the previous generation and design games exclusively for the new system. That shift is only now beginning to gain traction. Ending the PS5 generation too early would cut short its creative peak, just as developers are finally unlocking its full potential. Analysts believe Sony wants the PS5 to have a strong and memorable prime era filled with titles that truly define what this generation can do before even thinking about moving on. The broader industry trend also supports a longer generation. Game development timelines are getting longer, budgets are skyrocketing, and studios are under enormous pressure to deliver massive polished experiences. Shorter console cycles would only make those problems worse. A longer PS5 generation gives developers more stability, more time to innovate, and more opportunity to deliver higher quality games without constantly racing against new hardware deadlines. That stability benefits everyone, developers, publishers, and players alike. So when analysts say the PlayStation 6 is likely to be delayed beyond early forecasts, they're not describing a setback, they're describing a strategy. The PS5 is still thriving. The PS5 Pro has refreshed the generation, and Sony has no business reason to rush into a new console era when the current one is still generating massive success. Instead of a quick transition, Sony appears to be aiming for a larger, more meaningful generational leap when the PlayStation 6 finally arrives, something that truly feels revolutionary rather than incremental. For gamers, this could actually be a huge win. A longer PS5 generation means more refined games, more technical mastery of the hardware, better pricing stability, and a PlayStation 6 that feels like a true next level upgrade when it eventually launches. It also means your investment in the PS5 and PS5 Pro won't be cut short prematurely, and you'll continue to see high quality releases for years to come. While it's always exciting to speculate about new hardware, there's something powerful about letting a generation fully mature and deliver its best work before moving on. Now, if you're enjoying this video and you like this kind of gaming industry discussion, make sure you give it a thumbs up because it really helps the channel grow. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I cover PlayStation news, industry analysis, and gaming history, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. And if you want to go even deeper and support the channel, be sure to check out my Patreon, where the latest Patreon exclusive video takes a deep look at games that were ahead of their time, spotlighting titles that pushed boundaries long before the industry was ready to catch up. Your support there helps keep this channel running and allows me to continue bringing you high quality content on a consistent basis. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about a longer wait for the PlayStation 6. Are you ready for the next generation now? Or are you happy to let the PS5 and PS5 Pro era continue to grow and evolve? Because no matter where you stand, one thing is clear. The future of PlayStation is shaping up to be massive, exciting, and worth the patience. Until next time, game on.